Today's episode was made in partnership with Aptamil Advanced Follow-On Milk. The conversations in this podcast reflect the personal views and experiences of our guests. Welcome to the SheerLuxe Podcast. I'm your host, Hodge, and today we're diving into matrescence, the unique journey of becoming a mum. It's a time when your emotions, confidence, and sense of self can feel a little different as you step into this exciting new chapter. Joining us today are Zeena, Shah, stylist, author, lifestyle content creator, and mum to one-year-old Ziggy, and Loanne, Collyer, one half of the DJ and lifestyle duo, the Collyer twins, and mum to 6-month-old Jax. They'll share their stories, reflect on their own experiences, and offer practical, reassuring tips to help you feel supported, inspired, and a little more prepared for the changes ahead. Ladies, you both look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. It's nice to be out of the house.
I know. It's hard in those early days.
Yeah, it
really is. Okay, we're here today to talk all things motherhood and sort of the shift in identity and the early days. But first of all, we can't have the SheerLuxe podcast without asking what you're wearing. You both look amazing. Talk me through your outfit.
So I'm wearing an oversized chocolate brown tailored suit from Topshop and some cream pointy mules from Zara.
Gorgeous. Absolutely obsessed with chocolate brown. I've just come back from Greece, so I am transitioning into autumn. So I'm still in a denim floral two-piece Maxu. That's it. Have you heard of them?
No.
Oh, beautiful brand. And then I've just got a little merino top from Arquette and some Mary Janes from Rothy's.
You look so happy.
Oh, well, I like colour. And actually, I wore a lot of red in my early pregnancy and newborn stage because it gives you loads of energy. It really gives you a boost. And actually, without even thinking about it, I was drawn to wearing loads of red. Oh, wow. And I mean, it happens to also be very on trend. But it really does. It does something to your dopamine levels. It gives them a boost and it energizes you when you need it.
I'm wearing a long leather skirt, burgundy leather from De Savary, Zara burgundy mules, skinny polo neck from COS, and a cardigan from Ascot. Before we start, just a quick message from our sponsor. Parenting is full of exciting milestones, like feeding your little one their first solid foods when they are 6 months old, but making sure their nutritional needs are met is key. That's where Aptamil Advanced Follow-On Milk comes in. Designed for babies from 6 to 12 months and inspired by 50 years of breast milk research, Aptamil Advanced Follow-On Milk provides key nutrients like iron, which contributes to normal cognitive development, and vitamin D, which contributes to the normal function of the immune system and is suitable for formula and combination-fed babies. It's the only follow-on milk in the UK with GOS, FOS and 2FL and has high-quality milk fat for a creamy taste. Aptamil Advanced Follow-On Milk says breastfeeding is best for those that are able to. Follow-on milk should only be used as part of a mixed diet from 6 months. Talk to your healthcare professional for advice on feeding. Okay, so there's this term which I feel escaped me, but you guys know. The term is matrescence, and it was coined by an anthropologist, Dana Raphael, in the 1970s, and it's considered the normal, often demanding developmental stage comparable to adolescence, highlighting both the challenges and opportunities of this profound life transformation, which is giving birth, and sort of the change and the shift in identity that happens after you've delivered your first baby probably is the biggest shock. How did you guys find it? Do you agree this is a thing?
Absolutely. And actually, I was saying earlier that when I heard the term, everything just made sense. Oh. It was the perfect way to describe everything I'd been through from pregnancy right up until giving birth, and also the challenges and the changes and the joys that we, find in the first year of bringing creating a human.
I know. It's just, I don't think anyone can prepare you, which is so crazy because womanhood and sisterhood is such a big part of all of our lives, but you can't really. I remember girlfriends of mine who had babies after me were like, "Why didn't you tell me?" Yeah. And I was like,
I said that to my friends.
Yeah.
I feel like people told me, though. I felt like a lot of people like, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this. And they're like, yeah. But actually feeling it and experiencing it is a whole different ball game. Yeah. I like to describe postpartum as this kind of like beautiful emotions, like contradictory emotions of like joy and sadness and contentment and isolation. They all kind of coexist in harmony.
It's the happiest I've ever been, I think. That natural, and the relief that the baby's here and everything's okay. You're a family unit. It makes you it feels really like special to have that bond, doesn't it? But then it is also just a massive change. And I remember us leaving hospital with our first son and carrying the maxi cozy out and thinking, how are they letting us take him?
That's how I felt as well. I was
Me
like,
too.
we're just leaving now with a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Like,
So
shouldn't I have
true.
done a degree in this?
Yeah. We were there one night and then, taking home a tiny baby. I'm like, oh my God.
It's
quite a lot,
crazy.
isn't it?
You know, they can't communicate with you unless they're crying. It is a real shock. But I think that's why Mother Nature makes you so high and happy, because if you really thought about it,
You'd be
like,
terrified.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's amazing that love you feel when you first see them. It's just, it's like nothing else,
Yeah.
is it? It's absolutely
I just felt this
amazing.
overwhelming sense of like protection, which I've
Yeah.
never felt before. This
Yeah.
like love and like, oh my God, I want to protect you with
Yeah.
my life, which is
Yeah.
just a really overwhelming, amazing feeling.
Oh, I know that. I like to be going in a car for the first time and like,
oh my God.
Honestly, I was so panicky, like, be careful over the bump. Like, really, really worried.
I'm phoning the police. He's driving 20 miles per hour. I know, it's crazy. What do you think surprised you about it? Was it the overwhelming sense of love?
Yeah, and I also think like how quickly I've adapted to this new kind of identity. I feel like mentally, physically, emotionally, I've changed. You know, I've had a change in priorities and purpose. Like physically, I'm not the same yet. I don't know if I will be, but you know, and emotionally, I definitely feel like I'm softer. I feel like I've lent more into my feminine energy. I feel more nurturing and all these changes. Like I just, incredible and amazing.
I know, it is. It's what about you? Do you
It
feel
is.
the
I
same?
feel exactly the same. But I was just so surprised how instinctive it all was.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who's been maternal at all throughout my life. So I was a bit anxious about that. But gosh, you just kind of do it
I
without
know.
thinking.
Yeah, you just that feeling of love is crazy.
Yeah.
But then some people don't get that feeling
Yes,
of love
that's
straight
true.
away. And I think after a traumatic birth or something, it can be really hard. And then you feel guilty. We had this amazing author on the show, this girl called Sarah Hoover, and she's written this book about motherhood. And she didn't bond with her first baby, but she pretended to everyone she did because she felt so guilty.
Yeah.
Like it is
It's
just
so different
It's
for
a lot.
everyone.
There's a
I think-
lot of layers to it.
I know. I feel like we need to normalize that, not
Yeah,
necessarily
absolutely.
having that instantaneous magical bond, because
Yeah.
that forms over time.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't mean that you don't love your baby any
No.
less. It's just that bonding can take a little bit more time for some people.
Yeah, completely. Like you love them more every day, and it's just and you'll get there.
Yeah. But it's
just when
such
you
a
get there.
shock as well. You're kind of
Yeah.
processing that at the
Yeah.
beginning, really. And
Yeah.
then you're suddenly like, oh yeah, but wait, this has happened to me. And
Yeah.
then there's a baby. Oh my God.
There's so much that you're trying to process at the beginning, isn't it? It's just, it's a lot.
Yeah, but also like so exciting
So excited.
So
because you're like,
exciting.
my God, I've got this little buddy.
Yeah, it is just amazing.
I still can't believe I'm a mum. I'm
Yeah.
like, am
I
I a
know.
mum? Is this my son?
I know.
I think that every day. I think my husband and I, we look at Ziggy and we're like, we made him.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That's
We do that as well.
amazing.
Like, he's half of me and half of you.
Yeah.
So cute.
And it's just so lovely that he is the perfect blend of us both.
Yeah.
Like,
I
how
know.
amazing.
I love that. So sweet. Are you thinking about number 2 yet? Not yet.
Oh, 6
I
months
mean,
in.
I'm not going to lie, my hormones are going wild.
I
But
know.
I'm just trying to get my body back.
How it
After
really
a
is hard.
year.
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I was very slow, lent into motherhood, and I really just didn't push myself to do anything until very late in the game. And I was I got caught in that horrible comparison trap on Instagram where I was like, why has everyone got like these tiny waists, just like, 4 months after giving birth? And I was like, stop looking at everybody.
There is a lot of that kind of bouncing back on
Yeah.
Instagram, which I think, that's not the reality for so many people.
yeah.
Like, it certainly hasn't been for me anyway. I definitely don't have my abs back. Nowhere near.
I still don't.
No, nor do I. And my youngest is 9. So
Well, there you go.
But I think actually I led into I really opened up on social media about my struggles with kind of feeling back to myself physically and stuff. And I think so many people received that and were like, thank you so much for opening up about your struggles too, because I feel the same. And it made people feel less alone as well. So
Absolutely.
I
don't think it's
know.
normal.
I feel like a problem shared, and if you just talk to people and say how you're feeling, and super brave to do that on social media, but definitely with your like girlfriends and your mum, and I'm not coping, and
Absolutely.
like help me, or I feel disgusting, and they're like, because also like what to wear.
Exactly. That was
It's
such
really
a challenge.
hard.
I think it's harder in postpartum than before, because actually you're dressing a bump and it's really fun,
Yeah.
and you can have the bump out, or style it. But
it's remembering to like wear things for breastfeeding as well. What tops can I wear that I can just
Exactly.
slip it out, or
Yeah.
what kind of like dressing for breastfeeding after was really, really difficult.
but also wanting to be comfortable,
Yeah.
because you've been through so much.
I know.
And,
I remember looking in the mirror after the baby and you've got like breast pads on.
Yeah.
You've got like, I had C-section, so I had the scarf
Yeah.
bandage,
Yeah.
the socks that make me not blood clot.
Oh my God, those
The
socks.
massive pants. And I was like, wow,
Crazy.
this, I don't know how. And I
know.
missed my bump. I was like, I
Yeah.
look better pregnant.
Yeah, it's a really funny one, isn't it? You sort of
I
mourn the
know.
bump.
And like the feeling of the baby kicking inside,
Inside you.
I felt it was like, it was funny, like out in the world. So yeah, trying to dress afterwards is really hard. I think shirts are good.
Yes.
Loose jeans.
Yeah, a lot of
I've just got-
elasticated waisted
Yeah.
two pieces.
Yeah.
I love wearing oversized anyway, so I
Yeah.
kind of felt like I was just
You had
wearing
your-
loads of
yeah.
oversized. I already had kind of my
Yeah.
wardrobe,
Yeah,
a lot of
lovely.
oversized things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your boobs look amazing. So it's the time you least feel sexy.
Yeah,
It
oh my
is,
God,
isn't it?
completely.
Is that what you stick to? Just oversized shirts,
Yeah.
Yes.
comfy.
Yeah, comfies all day long.
Co-wards, I just
Yeah.
lived
Yeah.
in matching
Trackies.
sets. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely loved
And not
that.
worry about what anyone else is doing or looking
But also,
like.
I think, like for me, like getting dressed is such a joy, and it's such a
Yeah.
part of my identity that it was really hard postpartum. And suddenly I was like, right, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to buy a few new things that will actually fit the body I am
Yes.
now. And the minute I did that and put them on, I felt so much better. It was really,
Because you've got to try and keep hold of yourself. How long do you think you were in that fog of just the baby, until you started thinking about you and going for a walk or phoning a friend or washing your hair? I mean, washing your hair in the first days.
washing my,
I was like, am I ever going to be able to shower again?
Yeah,
oh
on
my
my
God.
own.
brushing your teeth, I think that is something like your personal hygiene goes out the window because there's no time.
Yeah.
I know. I remember James coming home from work and he'd be like, wow. And I'd be like, I know, I'm still like hair not brushed, like mascara everywhere.
Sick everywhere.
Sick everywhere.
Yeah.
The house a tip.
Literally.
And I'd be like, I know, I haven't stopped. How did you find your journey back to yourself?
I still feel like I'm on that journey back to myself, to be honest, because the first 3 months were just quite a fog, to be honest. Everything was baby focused, baby. My self-care went out the window pretty much. But after the 3 months, I felt like we started to find a rhythm. I became more confident with Jax, started to find our rhythm. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to start carving out a little bit of time. And I actually started like, if I can just do one thing a day for me, then that's great. And by that one thing, I mean even filling my 2-litre water bottle and drinking 2 litres a day.
That's
or getting
a big win.
That is
or
really
like
good.
getting outside for a nice walk, doing some conscious breathing. I used to be an avid meditator before, and now that's just gone out the window. So instead of that, it's like when I'm on my walk, I'll do 10 minutes of like breathing and little things like
That's
that
so good.
really.
And
that
just
have
one a
helped.
day, and then you feel
Yeah.
you've given yourself something. And I think happy mummy, happy baby.
Definitely. And I feel like that one thing created this kind of positive reinforcement within me to then actually be like, oh, okay, I want to make a better choice here as well, and kind of led to further positive choices and more choices for me throughout the day.
I
So-
know. I think that's so true. Like if you go for the long walk, you might think, okay, I'm only going to have 2 chocolate biscuits, not 4.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It creates a positive like cycle.
Yeah. What about
exactly.
you? Same.
Yes, really similar. But I think I found it really hard to carve out any time for myself.
Yeah.
I was very like baby
Yeah.
for the first 6 months. Ziggy was born early, and so we had a very stressful
Oh,
first.
how
first
early?
He was 5 weeks early. I know. So real shock. So I feel like it took me a while to process everything and get back into a space where I was like, hey, who am I?
Yeah.
But then the minute I sort of did give myself some time, and it was just going to a Pilates class,
God,
you know,
that's a
trying to
big
do
thing.
like 2 of those. It was a very gentle Pilates class. 2 a week, and 1 a week, 2 a week, building up to 3 a week. But that was just like an hour of me time that was transformational.
And I feel Pilates, you have to concentrate.
You do.
Yeah.
You can't
think
switch
about
off.
anything else. And also, not trusting other people to look after the baby because you think no one else can do it as well as you.
That's really
that's
hard. And
really-
even I struggle with that now. Because the reality is they can't, but you have to let go.
I remember my mum letting the baby sleep for like 4 hours at lunch, and I was like, man.
My
it's
mum
the
and the
complete
naps.
opposite. It was complete opposite for me. And my mum came over to look after him, and we came home that evening, and we were like, "Oh, how many naps has he had?" She's like, "Oh, he hasn't slept."
Oh,
I was
same.
Like, he needs to sleep. She was like, "No, he doesn't. He's absolutely fine."
Sleep makes sleep.
Oh my God. What happens on grandma time just has to stay on grandma time.
I know. And she'd be like, I don't believe in routines.
I know.
You guys didn't have routines. I'd be like, oh my God, I need the routine. I need the routine so I can leave him with you so you know what to do, even though you ignore me. I've written it down and it makes me feel better.
So when you get a nap, like you
Yeah.
can do something
Yeah.
for you
I
and
know.
like, get a bit of work done or, whatever.
I know. I feel
So
that,
true.
are you both into routines?
I really am.
Yeah.
I was one of those, like, I'm never going to do the routine mums until I was like, oh no, we're doing the routine. And it really works. So from about 6 months, because Ziggy's been a terrible sleeper forever and he's got so much better. It's amazing actually thinking about it. But the routine really helps. And the day, I really believe if you nail the daytime naps, they sleep better in the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're slowly starting to work up to that point now. Like, we are getting a bit more rhythm. The sleep is still a shocker, which is kind of why we're doing a bit of sleep training now. But I feel like he's more consistent with his naps, the feeding, whereas before it was just all over the place. So I think we're kind of finally finding our feet a little bit with that.
Everyone's different. I think for me, it helped me like get back into thinking about passions or like my career, having that solid. Like hour in the morning, 2 hours at lunch.
Yeah.
Hour
Well,
in the
that's
afternoon,
amazing.
that.
Yeah. Ziggy does not do that. I'm lucky if I get 20 minutes, but on a good day it's like 40.
You really learn to multitask.
Oh
That
God,
is a
the
big
amount
pro.
of stuff you can do in 20 minutes is amazing.
You put a wash on.
Blitz the washing up, like everything.
So how did you sort of make your way back into finding your passions?
As you've said, like finding that having that dedicated time. I'm really lucky that my partner actually he's flexible with work, so he can work at home some days. So I try and do at least one day out of the house where I really kind of knuckle down and I focus. I'm really lucky to have that full day, really. And actually, it's amazing what I can get done in one day, which before having a baby, it spread me like 5 days to do. So you become really productive with your time. Something that I found at the beginning, especially because I DJ and I went back to DJing quite quickly. My first DJ gig back, I felt so guilty for leaving him. And like I was ridden with this mum guilt, and I know we talk about mum guilt a lot. Like it's such a thing.
I know.
Massive.
It's such a
It's so
thing.
annoying.
And
I still have it. It doesn't go away.
It doesn't, no.
I remember even being on my DJ gig and having like the monitor next to me, like making sure he was okay. And I was just like, oh. But then after
that's
that,
the biggest oxymoron I've ever heard. A DJ with a
the baby monitor.
So funny.
Wow.
But then I managed to put it away, and even for an hour, I just kind of I got back into like the music and I was like, oh my God, this feels really good. And I went back after a few hours and I almost felt like rejuvenated and I felt like a bit like myself again. Yeah. And I was like, I need to do this more often and we need to like kind of release that mum guilt that we have. Because I felt like I had more patience for him. I was so excited to see him just from those few hours out.
It's so cool. You're going to be the coolest. My mum's a DJ.
I mean, amazing.
I'm going to teach him how to DJ.
That's so
Oh
cool.
my God.
You can get little baby decks.
Oh my God,
Have you
yeah.
seen? Oh my God, that's so cute.
That is insane. And
cute.
also it's the perfect gig because he's asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true.
The dream.
So true.
You've nailed it. You should have no guilt.
I know, yeah.
And how can you take the monitor? Because it's on your phone now.
Yeah, so there's this monitor that you can basically have up on your phone, and it's so funny. Scott would be like feeding him and stuff, and I'd be watching,
You can
like
spy.
keeping. He's like, "Are you spying on me?" I was like, "Yeah, sorry." You can basically spy, but yeah.
I know. My God, I love that.
It's so good.
How did you like start to get back into?
To me
Oh, you're
again.
gorgeous. You do so many.
Oh,
lovely
I do
things.
so many things.
I
and
know
I think
you're like
a real multi-hyphener.
Yeah.
Yes, but I've always been like that. I just
love
love
that.
juggling things, and I work better that way as
Yeah.
well. Because otherwise, I get really distracted and procrastinate, and I just like I get nothing done, or I get loads done.
Yeah.
So I think for me, actually, I found motherhood probably easier than some people because I was so used to juggling loads of things. And actually
thinking
it
of
really helped.
Exactly.
And that mental load can be so heavy. But actually, if you're used to carrying that anyway and switching from one thing or not finishing something and jumping around, then it actually was okay. But I think for me, it was my mum. Having my mum, she helps us 2 days a week.
Oh, wow.
And my husband is freelance as well. So we juggle. We basically split the week into a 6-day working week and we alternate days. And then we have my mum on 2 days. And he's a photographer as well. So he'll do my content and edit.
Oh my God.
I know, honestly, it is a dream. And we're so lucky to be able to like get on with each other and work together. But we've just made it work for us. And actually, I never wanted to feel like I was, you know, dragging the baby with me, or like I wanted him to fit into who we are as well as, you know, us to fit into, you know, bring him into our world.
I think it's quite nice that, especially with the content creation side of things, that we can kind of blend the two with having the little ones in some of our content as well. We're very lucky in that sense.
And that's it. And like we're constantly saying, like, we're so lucky that we can make a living doing this and, you know, be sharing our life and what we're up to, that we really just have to make the most of it.
That's
So
nice.
it was so nice. And so my mum, I mean, it was obviously like really hard juggling everything and just like, it's really hard with the mum guilt to let yourself go to work. I found that really hard. Like even when my mum would come, I'd just be hovering around the house and she was like, go out. I was like, okay, I'm going.
Do you work from home?
I don't. I have a studio space that I do all of my creative projects in.
Great.
So all my art and all the messy stuff. And I've got that for like all the clothes and everything. I shoot content in there as well. So there is a space I could go to. I just didn't go to it until I was kicked out of the house. But the minute you change your, you know, space in your scenery, it makes such a difference to your mind.
I know, and then you can go back and feel, as you say, energized.
Yes, exactly, and excited to see the baby and not like stressed about the naps and the sleeping.
And I think if people aren't ready to go back to work, or even if they're not at the stage where they are trying to sort of, you know, reignite their own passions like baking or clothes or whatever, the importance of just having some time for yourself really does energize you.
It really
and makes you
does.
appreciate what you've got. And like, you'll just miss the baby when you're away.
Well, that's it. And all you'll think about and talk about is the baby. Which is hilarious.
Have you done a weekend without the baby?
We did
How
a
was that?
weekend. It was actually like really terrifying, but because my mum has been with him since birth, we were actually really, she was desperate to have him for a whole weekend. So it was actually amazing, and we just really needed it to, you know, have some time to process what we'd been through as well. And it was just amazing. It
You
was
really
so lovely.
do. If you're lucky enough to do it, have you done that yet?
No, we're actually talking about it now. I haven't left Jax for a night yet. I've been too like, I don't want to leave him. But I do feel like I feel more confident with him now, and I do feel like we're at this stage where, and especially for me and my partner, like I don't think many people talk about actually how much you miss that relationship. Like I miss him. Like we don't spend as much time together anymore. Like
you're passing ships now.
Yeah, literally.
We're in rotation.
Yeah, exactly. Every conversation's about the baby, and I think it's so important to carve out that time where you both kind of spend just one-on-one time and reignite what brought this baby into the world. First of all,
exactly.
Never have number two. Well, I'm reading this book at the moment, and one of the women in the book, she's just had a baby. She said she's never felt lust like it, because she comes down from putting the baby to bed. The baby's really colicky and it's really hard. And she comes out and her boyfriend has cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the milk, put the milk on, cooked dinner. She said, I just ran up to him. I've never wanted him more. It made me die. So it's how you change.
It is, you do. You're like,
So
I
much.
felt exactly like that, because
I
my
mean-
husband is one of those, and I was like, sometimes I look at him and I'm like, how did you do all of that stuff in that short space of time? Because I can't get anything done.
I'm exactly the same. When squats with Jax, he literally can get so much done, like, and I'm exactly the same. I literally am like, how did you do that?
I just
like,
don't know.
I can't get anything done.
Honestly,
I
nothing.
know why. How?
I don't know. It's magic.
We need to get that baby monitor on him.
That I think is how I've managed to find a bit of myself again, because actually I've got a really supportive partner,
And also,
we're in it together.
They want you to be that person you were, because it's the person they married.
That's
and,
it.
You know, I feel like James and I always have a rule that when we go out for date night, we can talk about the kids for 10 minutes.
And then
we
not.
don't. And
That's
then it's
a great
about,
rule.
Love that, yeah.
But
I think
the-
we need to enforce that.
Yeah, we do too.
But it's like the admin, like, who's taking her to netball?
Yeah.
What do you know? And then it's like, right, let's just talk about us and have fun.
Yeah.
Because you've just got it. Because that is part of your identity as well. You don't want to just be known as the mother.
Absolutely.
And I feel like actually for me and Scott, we're actually relatively new. We've only been together like actually less than 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing.
So it all happened really quickly, and I feel like we were in this like honeymoon, like loving phase, and all of a sudden just everything changed. And like sometimes I do miss, like I was like, oh, you know, we could have had more holiday, we could have had more experiences, just the two of us. But then I'm like, no, actually, now we can do it as a 3.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's different. But
now you're
we
a family.
do, yeah, exactly, which is beautiful.
And he's part of your adventure.
Exactly. We're taking him on all the adventures with us.
Yeah.
And there's no right time for anything, is
so
there?
true.
Like, you have to remember that.
And I also think it's so easy to travel with a baby.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, I almost feel it's easier because they just go in the buggy.
They do.
It's like,
Yeah, now Ziggy's one, we just came back from Greece and it was a real challenge.
Really.
Go now.
go now.
We go now. Honestly, I'm like, go on all the trips before they can move.
We are going to Australia in March when he's 11 months. It's
Okay.
crazy.
We'll do another podcast on plane tips. Yeah. Because I could write a book. I feel motherhood comes with this invisible mental load where you just start multitasking in your head.
Yeah.
And you don't even, you're like, how did I, like, I had so much time before.
Literally.
was
What did I
so-
do?
What did I do
What
in
did
this
I even do? What ways I wasted it all.
I watched like whole series of things. It was wild.
It is wild.
And then suddenly you're like, wow, how do you manage that? Do you write lists?
I'm a real list
Yeah.
person. I've
Lister.
got so many lists. I love a list.
Yeah.
But I have to do them for like the evening to-do list because basically I get everything done when Ziggy goes down to bed.
Yeah.
So we always put him down at 7:30 and that's my best tip. Just be really like, bring that early.
Yeah.
Because actually from 7:30 then you're free for like at least,
Oh my God.
4 hours until he might stir a little bit. And it's heaven and you can get so much done. So I've got like an evening list and then I might have like a 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. list. And then I've got a list if I've got my mum in. But I work so, and I've got a little tick box.
And it feels good.
I'm the same. Yeah, I also have a list, but honestly, I'll be lucky to tick one thing off when I'm fully with Jax. The days that I have out, okay, I'm going through that to-do list. Like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I do find it really difficult being there with him and being present with him, and then like trying to do stuff at the same time. I find it really challenging. So I'm very lucky. Like I try and use that dedicated time out the house.
Yeah.
To get my admin done, to get my
How
work
do you
done.
do
That
that?
is the best way.
Like, do you do a day a week on your own? Or?
Yeah. So Scott is really flexible. So he can work from home like 1 or 2 days a week. Those days,
And
I
he
will
can
go
work from
out.
home and look after Jack.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He can do.
So good. This is the thing they can do. I mean, Zach's the same. I don't know how they do it.
And those days I will go out, whether that's like a co-working space or anywhere creating content or just getting down on my laptop, getting loads of admin done. Those days out the house are my days to get all that stuff done.
Heaven.
Yeah.
I've stopped trying to juggle both work and Ziggy now
Yeah.
because I just found myself getting too stressed. I was like,
yeah.
I've got to get all of this done in
Yeah,
his like
agreed.
30-minute nap. And actually, the minute I stopped, I was like, my Ziggy days, I'm just with you.
Yeah.
And we're just playing and I'm a mum and I can't get any work done. I
Exactly,
might look at Instagram and have a browse or reply to a comment here and there.
Yeah.
But the minute I did that, it just took the pressure off.
I know.
And it made it so much easier because I was like, I'm just not working today. And that's
Yeah.
okay.
And you can do like house stuff then.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
nothing gives me
Yeah.
more pleasure than reorganizing the towel cupboard.
Absolute
Do you know what I
joy.
mean? Like,
that is the kind of thing I love to do.
I can't
Take
lie. I
everything
hate-
out of a cupboard. I love that.
organised house, organised mind.
So good.
Yes.
And just buy loads of everything. And
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
used to throw things away.
Yeah.
But I was like, that is not savable.
The poo stains they do get quite bad. I just have so much fun buying clothes for him that all of his clothes are so nice that I'm a real stickler for like I will get that stain out.
Did you like look at any tools or apps or books or like communities? Did you meet people in your local area to sort of anything that helped you like get through? Because from the beginning to now.
Yeah,
What
there
if-
were loads of things
Really?
actually, but the book Matrescence by Lucy Jones was absolutely amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, real revelation, like a brilliant read.
What made you feel this is normal how I feel?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just made, I read everything and I was just vigorously nodding along, being
Like
like,
the
"That-
reading
that's
point,
me.
reading bits
I get
out."
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it just kind of made sense and made me feel like I wasn't going mad. It was such a brilliant read. And actually, it's taken me a whole year to finish it.
Is it in chapters of per
It's
month?
chapters, but I just didn't have the time to pick up a book. But actually, the minute I swapped to an audiobook, I managed to listen while I was washing up.
Multitasking.
Multitasking again.
Yeah.
So I would recommend recommend audio
Oh,
book
really?
version of it because she reads it as well herself. But it's just such a brilliant
And
book.
is it like tips and tricks, or is it
No,
just
it's
like
basically about
explaining your
her-
emotions?
Yes, it's basically about her journey, and she sort of delves into the science and data, and it just makes you feel sane again.
I need to read that.
Yeah, it's really brilliant because you do go through such a huge change.
Yeah.
And it's like, if we didn't have this term to describe it, we'd just be like, well, you know, motherhood. But actually it is matrescence. Your body, your brain grows.
Your body's never the same. Like sometimes your hips don't go back.
Exactly.
Your
And
ribs
everyone's
don't
so
go
different.
back. Everything's moved.
You know, as we were saying before, we haven't put ourselves first at all because it is all about the baby. But the minute you do a bit of something for you, you're so much like a much better mother, aren't you? Or I am anyway.
Completely. And it just makes you feel happier.
Yeah.
What did you lean on anything?
So I was actually recommended this book, and I feel like loads of people got it. It's called Your Baby Week by Week.
Oh, yes, I
Did
had
you get
that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I was reading this, like each week you read it, and it kind of tells you what to expect from your baby and like developmental milestones. And I felt like that really helped me those first few weeks when I was like, oh my God,
do
is
I
this
do?
normal? Is this normal? Like, and just reading that kind of really, really helped.
Yeah.
I found actually my Instagram community have been amazing in support and encouragement. Like I even created a kind of mama's chat because I was getting so much
so
amazing
nice.
advice,
Really?
and I was like, I need to share this with other people. I feel like I have a lot of women following me at exactly the same kind of stage of life, and I just use this group to ask so many questions, and I get so many amazing responses and support, and I've just got an amazing community of mothers that have really helped me.
Oh, I
and
love that.
so yeah, Instagram's been amazing for that. I'd say.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I always shout out and out and out about the NHS because they have so many amazing apps and forums. So I think they do one for like mental health, they do baby milestones. So you can always, I think, like Google the NHS, look at the website, you'll find something if you're worried or need some help. And also a quick shout out to the Apta Club community where parents can find tips and support and advice as well for those early days. So nice. I mean, you need all the help you can get.
It takes
You
a
really
village.
do.
It
It really
really
takes
does.
a village. And I really underestimated that when I had Ziggy. I was like, oh my God. And I had to message loads of friends and be like, I can't believe I didn't understand what you went through. I'm so sorry.
I know, I'm so sorry I was cross with you.
Because you didn't come to my birthday.
Because it's hard, isn't it? Because you definitely feel you cross over into a club when
Really
you
do.
do
The
it.
mum club.
I
They're
know.
like, everybody's got a wet wipe that they will give you if you need one. You know, like.
Yeah, and I found when I'm with my mum friends, it's okay to be having about 20 conversations at once, not finishing a conversation because you're getting distracted left, right, and centre,
I know.
and not being I love being 100% present with somebody I'm with and talking to them, and I found that really challenging having a baby. But with other mums, they totally get it. If you're like, and you get distracted very easily,
and
so.
they're like, they hold the thread for you. They're like, that was you.
And then you're like, oh, wait, what were we talking about? I didn't know.
I still do that now. That you have to just weave with me and I'll get to the final point. I might go off on some tangents, but
We'll get there in the end.
I know, it's worth it. What do you think the biggest lesson motherhood has taught you about yourself? Beyond parenting, do you think, has it taught you infinite patience or like a deeper love that you're capable of? What do you think?
Definitely patience and just the, astonishing amount of love that you can give another human. It's incredible, isn't it? I feel so lucky to be a mother. It's so hard, but it is so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so much more stronger, capable and resilient than I thought I was. Like my patience has stretched, my love's deepened, and I just feel like I've really trusted my gut instinct. And
After giving birth, you're like, I can do anything. Because it is just such an crazy moment.
I know, like so strong.
Yeah.
Like don't mess with them, mother.
Literally.
What do you wish somebody had said to you, or what will you say to somebody else who's about to become a mum that you wish somebody had said to you?
Take the help. It does take a village, and actually don't be too proud to take the help, because actually it's amazing.
Yeah.
And you need it.
Yeah. You really need the help.
And you're lucky to have it.
If you get offered the help.
Yeah, exactly.
I think be patient and be kind to yourself. There is no rush to get back to who you were, if you get back to who you were at all. Like I am such a person of routine. I had my routines in terms of like my wellness, my mornings.
Did you?
Yeah,
that's
like my
a hard
meditation, my exercise 5 times a week, and kind of all of that's kind of gone out the window, but it's kind of releasing that pressure and just knowing that, doing a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
And being patient with yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
lean into
Be
that
kind to
slower
yourself.
pace. Yeah.
And like, don't worry if you feel blue.
Yeah.
Because everyone's
That's
telling you,
normal.
congratulations. And actually, sometimes it is so overwhelming and you feel a bit blue. Like,
absolutely.
the highs will come.
I used to hate it when people would say nap when the baby naps, when I would say I'm so tired. And I was like, if I could do that, I wouldn't be tired. So this is the most annoying bit of advice.
I know, it is so annoying.
You cannot, I don't know who manages to nap when the baby naps.
Also, I can't nap once I'm dressed.
Exactly, I'm the same.
You know, I
'cause
can't.
I'm ready for the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get dressed for the first 3 months. I was in my pajamas and trackies most of the time.
That is the best piece of advice. Just
don't get dressed.
Okay, if a new mum called you and was feeling like, oh my God, what have I done? I can't do it. I'm so overwhelmed. What's your best piece of advice, do you think?
I would say, and this is from my experience, that things get easier.
Yeah.
Like, and it's hard to hear when you're in the thick of it, because I found the first 3 months really difficult. But and everyone will be like, honestly, like, trust, it will get so much easier. And you're like, no, it's not. It's just, but it really does.
Yeah.
By month 4, you're like,
Day by day.
Yeah, each day by day, and then by like 4 months, by 5 months, I'm in a completely different space, and it just feels so much easier than it was before. So it does get easier.
Yeah.
And,
It really does.
Yeah,
And everyone used to say to me, it's a phase.
Yeah.
But they're right. And I used to hate hearing it. And I was like, okay, just deep breaths, just be patient, go slowly, be kind to yourself. But it is a phase. And it does pass.
Yeah,
And it is,
they don't
it's
stay
brilliant.
3 months forever.
They don't.
They have to move on.
They do.
They have to.
They have to. And they do.
We will.
And actually, your brain is so clever, it forgets everything. And actually, it goes so fast. So you do have to remember that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so just trust the process.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. And be kind.
Be kind to yourself. Yeah.
Ladies, that was so fun.
Oh,
Thank you.
I loved
Thank
it.
you for
It made
having
me
us.
like jealous of this stage because
It
it's so happy.
is so special.
Yeah.
The
It
first
is.
year of life is just magic.
Yeah, it's
Wild.
amazing.
Wild.
A
It's
wild
roller coaster.
ride, yeah.
Beautifully chaotic.
Yes, but worth it.
Yeah, so
Worth it. So worth
Well,
it.
thanks for sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
see you soon. Let me know how everything goes. Thank you to Loanne and Zeena for joining us. And remember, Aptamil's Apta Club is here to support you through every part of the parenting journey. Visit aptaclub.co.uk to find out more, and we'll see you soon.